Residents of Riot City, my name is Carmine Liguzio, and welcome to RCW Blast Season 2. And Angus, we're back.
I can't believe it. I can't believe it. We went to RCW management, we said, give us a second season.
Or else.
Or else.
And then they said, you can walk, and then we begged them. We begged them for another season, let's be honest, didn't we?
All right, a little bit.
Look, we begged them, but you know what? Management, this will not be a mistake.
No,
this will not be a flop. We are not in our flop era. We're in our thriving era because we're here with a massive season 2, a massive slate of stuff. We've got some fans' perspectives on what they want to see. We've got some ideas. We've got some management ideas. It's just going to be a hodgepodge of craziness, right?
It's going to be the best season of RCW Blast you've ever seen.
Absolutely.
And I can't wait to kick off. We're going to kick off. We've got a great episode in store. We're going to talk about the history of the general managers in RCW.
No.
It's going to be great. And
we went over this like 16 times, Angus.
yeah.
That's not what we're doing. We're doing forgotten tag teams. You're the one that championed that. And now you're already ready to just not do that anymore? You've changed.
Well, guess what?
You've
Guess
changed.
what? Guess what?
Get the new...
Guess what?
And look, you've got this paper now?
I got the notes.
Because you can't remember.
I came prepared. I know about the forgotten tag teams.
He doesn't want to flub. He doesn't want to flub.
I don't want to flop. I want to be professional. We've got some great teams. We're going to talk about some of the forgotten tag teams in Riot City Wrestling. It's all coming up right now, right here on RCW Blast.
All right, Angus, there have been a lot of tag teams in Riot City Wrestling. I mean, that goes without saying. But we want to talk about some of the teams that were forgotten. I mean, there's been so many great teams. There's been teams that have been around for a cup of coffee, or should we say, actually, this is actually Coke, no sugar. But we want to talk about some of the more forgotten ones, and you have some really good ideas of what you want to talk about here, right?
That's right. Well, let's talk about the history of tag team wrestling in Riot City Wrestling first and foremost, because it got off to a bit of a rocky start, shall we say. Yeah. There was no real official established tag teams in RCW.
Very true, very true.
Until the Rude Ones came along, and they really carved out a niche of what tag team wrestling is in this company. And of course, fast forward to 2016, the Rude Ones becoming the inaugural tag team champions.
That's right. It sort of becomes, it's hard when you don't have a title to fight for sometimes.
That's
you know?
right.
And obviously, there can be rivalries and betrayals and all that kind of stuff in a tag division. But without a belt, it becomes a little bit harder to make your mark. You kind of have to go into singles territory, which the Rude Ones did, in order to actually, get that glory.
And the point of all this is that, yes, as RCW grew as a company, as we introduced tag team championships, so many teams were able to forge their names in the history of this company. Think about teams like the Millennials, the Pariah, World Class Egos,
Only the strong,
Gods and Monsters. So many teams, because they won those tag titles, were part of history.
Right.
But
So what you're trying to say is this is a team that definitely did not win the tag titles because it was a long time ago, right?
the three teams we're going to be talking about today are teams that were forgotten. They're in the annals of history. No one brings them up, no one mentions them because they didn't win Tag Team Gold. And one of these teams was around about 5 years before the Tag Team Gold was even introduced. So let's talk about that team because I want to talk about the first team on our list, which is the team of Hang Time.
Hang Time?
Brett Reynolds and Brody Archer.
Okay.
This team debuted in 2009 in a losing effort to the Rude Ones, which is the match we will be showing in just a moment.
Yes.
And the reason we're going to be showing that match is because this team debuted as a tag team. They have a team name.
Yeah.
They have matching tights.
Yep.
They're called Hang Time.
Yep.
And they had one tag team match.
Yeah, absolutely bizarre. But without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Hang Time versus the Rude Ones on RCW Blast.
Del Torino, of course, the legal man now. Marvel sets him up in the corner. Del Torino heading up top. Brody Archer sitting right where Del Torino. Big splash from the corner. Only a 2 count. Kudos to Brody Archer right there. 248 pounds of Del Torino crashing down on top of him. Archer somehow manages to kick out after 2.
Archer able to get out there.
We may have just seen that rookie inexperience cost them dealing in that situation.
Being in a tag match, you've got to have your wits about you all the time, because although you're dealing with someone in the ring, there's always the other guy on the outside that you have to be mindful of, otherwise it will cost you.
Archer, the sway back into his direction. Should have gone for the tag. Chose to play on, paid the price. As Marvel now setting Archer up on that top turnbuckle. Marvel wrenching back on the neck there. Grabs on, stretching out Archer. Down that turnbuckle.
Just rubbing salt in the wounds.
Reynolds doing more harm than good now as he attempts to get in the same as tag to the partner. Just allowing Marvel to keep that neck stretched way back for way longer than a 4 count.
Torino's actually been refereeing that stuff. He's also made a tag during that time. Squatting to ring to break the pin. Smart move there. Smart move there because this Brody Archer has totally been isolated and just torn apart by the two masked guys. Del Torino and Marvel just having their way with the young rookie.
Shut up! Easy assault, driving that over the back of the neck. Taken down with that sweep back into the face. Only a 2 count. Archer still hanging on. Brutal punches taken almost the last 12 minutes of the match without the lead, without being able to get back to that corner and tag his tag team partner. Shoulder breakdown. Applied by Marvel. Brody has no idea where he is right now. He could have pulling up the entire direction. Running distraction so Del Torino can get in there. This is a cheap move on the outside there by Del Torino. Was he biting it?
Not surprising.
Not
surprising. Nothing could surprise me with Del Torino.
I'm not entirely sure if Del Torino's handled the shot. You know how lax the Mexican medical system is. Archer's head just played on stop the canvas like a basketball. Marvel well and truly in control of this one right now. Got Archer tied up, throws him over his head. Where's Archer? Very little over this rookie tag team.
It is going crossing the mirror, that's for sure. It's been systematically torn to shreds. As Brett again comes in, he was trying to go for his fist move there, rather than dragging the sleeper, trying to take it out. Brett was quick to break it, saw it was coming, was spot move there.
Just saved this matchup.
Torn apart.
Going on. by Del Torino. Quick savage moves followed by a very quick contact. At this point, it's just a matter of how much more Archer can take. His arm to squeeze it. That's it. That's it. Cross body lock, one of those fronts just flips. Drives that leg down across the...
That's why they call it hang time. Huge air there. It's up to the top.
He has to capitalize. He's coming into that corner. He's going to reach out and tag on. He's got the foot on Archer. Goes to the Itsuguri. Martin ducks under. Nobody home. Still hanging on to the foot. Flips it through. Does not. Probably hard. Reaches out. Reynolds is in. He's on. Agreement with Del Torino. Boys like marble. And the fresh man, Brett Reynolds, is cleaning house in the middle of the ring.
Straight into a kick to the midsection is Marvel. Set him up there.
Drives it home, there's the cover. This may be 1, 2, no! Only a 2 count.
Brett's been on the outside for a while. He's still pretty fresh.
Uses his own momentum. He's really swings through, perhaps ahead of that moves to the team. Here comes Brody Archer. Textbook suplex there. Heads up top. Where could he go from here? Irish maneuver. Quick up there. Del Torino saves the way for the
We're certainly not talking about the huge things like that. Grab on the outside.
by Del Torino. Lands hard on the outside.
It's disposed of.
Del Torino just took out the trash in the form of Brett Reynolds. The most heinous landing to the outside I've seen in quite some time. As Archer sang out,
Could be on.
ladies and gentlemen, Super 40 is to become your winner, the tag team of Ronaldo and Del Torino.
Yeah, great match, Carmine. Rude Ones victorious there. And just while we're still on the subject of hang time, I'd just like to point out that these guys, Brett and Brody, they only made a few more appearances after this. According to my notes here, they both had singles matches against Del Torino.
Yes.
In separate instances. And then they ran afoul of Fusion.
Okay. Yeah.
Who basically took them out in 2-on-1 handicap match situation.
Kind of sent them packing, I guess. If you look at the results there, you know, the Fusion beats them both and then they're gone.
Power Trip 2009, that was it. That was the end of hang time. And who knows? They looked great, didn't they?
Yeah, absolutely they did.
Tremendous upside. But maybe they came in at the wrong time, Carmine.
Yeah. But, you know, maybe too hot, too early. You know, yeah, at the end of the day, 2009, yeah, not even close to having a tag belts. So, yeah, sad to see them go, but I'm glad that you got to see them. I guess, you know, we're trying to feature as many unknown talent, you know, in RCW's history as we possibly can.
That's right, and now we fast forward a few years because the Tag Team Championship is about to be introduced. And we have a team that was in the inaugural Tag Team title tournament. I am talking, of course, about, and who could forget? Now that I'm about to say it, you guys are going to be like, of course,
Yeah,
of course,
yeah.
pure sense.
Yeah.
The Bruiserweights.
Wait, who?
The Bruiserweights.
Bruiserweights. Wait, Angus, who was in the Bruiserweights? Please tell me, enlighten me. I'm genuinely not aware.
Well, it's not Pete Dunne, for
Okay,
starters.
okay, well.
It's the team of Carlos Diaz and Kurt Barron.
love that guy. And wait, Kurt Barron. Haven't heard that name in.
Kurt Barron, the
Literally years.
skyscraper, Skinny Diesel.
Yeah, Skinny Diesel,
They used
yeah.
to call him
Yeah,
Skinny
yeah, yeah.
Diesel.
Yeah.
And of course, they had the manager of managerial assistants
Yes.
of Jimmy C.
Your mate.
Your mate.
You love that guy.
You love that guy.
I don't love that guy.
Anyway, Jimmy C made his RCW debut actually managing the Bruiserweights, and what a team this was. Their very first appearance, Carmine, they start with a losing effort
Okay.
to Chomp and Charge.
So they're out of the tournament.
No, that was a tune-up match.
Oh, that wasn't even for the tournament.
No, because they came into the tournament, and you're not going to believe this.
Okay.
Round 1 of the RCW Tag Team Title Tournament, they defeat the Pariah.
You're kidding.
I am not a hint of a joke there.
Okay. Okay. That's fantastic.
And then now we're going to feature this match, and this was in the semi-finals of the tag team tournament.
Okay.
It is the team of the Bruiserweights going up against #Bestos, which comprises of Kellyanne and Adam Brooks.
That's an intergender effort. I love that.
And now, everyone, I want you to get out on your bingo cards. I want you to get out and cross off if you had Carlos Diaz had a match with Adam Brooks.
Yeah.
Please.
Hold on.
No? All right, well, you're looking for your card. We're going to go straight to the match. It's Bestos versus the Bruiserweights on RCW Blast.
Interesting matchup here of size versus experience. Brooksy's definitely giving up the weight advantage, but has the edge experience-wise. One of the most talented and decorated competitors in Australian wrestling.
I was going to say big time experience advantage, former RCW champion.
Carlos Diaz has certainly been training a fair bit. He looks to be in pretty good shape compared to last time we saw him. However, don't take away from the man's strength, the man's power in there. He is a force to be reckoned with, along with his tag team partner, Brooksy, with the wrist lock. A nice switch there, but no dice on the boot. Back to the side headlock right here. Adam Brooks really taking control of Diaz early on. There we go.
And guys, how great would it be to crown the inaugural Riot City Wrestling Tag Team Champions and have it be Brooksy and Kellyanne to make history and make history all in one go?
Why would that be great?
Oh, come on, Wolfie. You know, cover.
Why wouldn't it be great to have the Bruiserweights as the new RCW Tag Team Champions?
I'm not necessarily saying it wouldn't, but wouldn't it be great to just have that moment in history be truly historic with Kellyanne's involvement in that as well?
I think it'd be more historic to see Jimmy C holding those belts up for his clients.
Yeah, there are bad parts to history, you're right.
What a senton there, assisted by Brooks. Cover, leg is hooked. 2 count.
I suppose these teams, you have to remember, will be fighting a little bit later tonight for the finals.
And we've talked about this with other styles of matches before, but guys, you've got to leave something in the tank when you're starting the night and you want to be there right at the end.
Absolutely, you definitely have to leave something in the tank, but at the same time, the first ever Tag Team Championship for Riot City Wrestling is on the line, so do you really?
Wolfie, you and I have held those belts for 5-10 seconds. They're very nice. They're worth fighting for.
They absolutely are, but two people tonight are going to earn the right to hold those belts for the very first time. We are going to be part of not only Riot City Wrestling, but Australian wrestling history tonight.
And Carlos Diaz doesn't want no more of Kellyanne. In comes the monster.
The human skyscraper, Kurt Barron.
Oh, look at this. Test of strength here.
Oh, no. He didn't.
Well, can we get her a step ladder, maybe?
I think we're going to have enough ladders tonight.
Oh, well, here you go. Here's a step ladder for her. Oh, look at this.
A boost.
Well, why not? Well, Kellyanne getting on top of that.
Sometimes there are just no words for what the Bestos get up to.
And these guys have wrestled all around Australia. They know what it's like to be successful.
Kellyanne 1 step ahead of Kurt Barron. Whoa, right to the side of the face. Quick cover. Proven to be quite the unit, these two. Wow.
Oh, look at this big follow-up there by
Oh,
Kellyanne.
jeez, how's your jaw, Kurt Barron? Wow.
Well, there's some tag team continuity in the first match here.
Inside the ring, outside the ring, in competition and in life, there are few better teams than Kellyanne and Brooksy.
I'll tell you what, the Bruiserweights here. Oh, look at this. Now, you said there was no advantage in having Jimmy. Well,
No, there wasn't.
I was going to say no advantage having Jimmy C out there.
Referee Michael Kent, I guess, admonishing Jimmy C to an extent, but not feeling that it was enough to disqualify the Bruiserweights. Big slam there.
Oh, Michael Kent knows this is too important a match to end in a disqualification unless it's something absolutely blatant. We need to know who is advancing in the Riot City Wrestling Tag Team Tournament.
Now, look at Jimmy C. He's regretting interfering at this second anyway. But look at this now. Bruiserweights now trying to get this some tag team continuity of their own going here in this first round matchup. Or I should say semi-final matchup. Kellyanne now trying to fight back.
And Kellyanne's someone that will take on all competitors. She is not afraid to wrestle against the men. She is not afraid to wrestle against the women. She is prepared to do what it takes to get to the top of this business.
Oh, absolutely. She is a bona fide female butt kicker, if I may say.
Yeah, and the female doesn't even come into it. She is a
absolutely
wrestler,
not.
like we've said before. It's not about being a knockout. It's not about being a diva. It's about being a wrestler. And Kellyanne is proving that every night.
Big high cross body there, attempted. Oh, look at that float over there by Kellyanne. Beautiful roll up here.
Oh,
The instincts of Kellyanne superb, but taken
the
out
ankle.
that time.
Kellyanne's gripping her ankle there.
And this is where you'll notice GC on the outside directing traffic, mouthing off like nobody's business, but so far it's worked out for the Bruiserweights.
That's exactly right there. Josh Armour, he's directing traffic. This is where having a manager outside the ring is an advantage. He can keep a clear head. He can keep that game plan you came into this match going forward. Bit of a jaw jacker there by Kellyanne. Trying to get Brooksy in here, but I don't think it's going to happen in this.
Brooksy too smart to take the bait there.
Oh, big enziguri.
Message sent and received.
That's the separation she needed.
In comes Brooksy, in comes Barron.
And here comes Brooksy's forearms. Check it out.
A spot in the Tag Team Championship final is on the line right here. Oh, wow. Nip
Great.
up.
Whoa!
Beautiful tornado DDT there by Adam Brooks now going for the cover. Bruiserweights managing to break that up and stay in this tournament.
Look, smart move there by Carlos Diaz, dragging his partner back to his corner to be able to get the tag.
Absolutely. You know, they've got the counter five to pull off whatever chicanery they may need to do in this match.
Chicanery?
Chicanery.
I thought you'd approve.
I do approve. It is all about the win there, Sean. You're going to see that quite a few times during this event tonight.
Diaz had that scouted. Whoa. Kellyanne in making the save just in the nick of time. Whoop. Look out, Barron. Wow.
Even skyscrapers can fall when there's a red-headed demolition crew on the job.
And I was going to say, he fell pretty hard there. Look at this now. I have no idea who's legal here.
Drop kick, and you know what comes next? Cannonball!
Look at this now. Brooksy going for the cover. And he gets it.
Residents of Riot City, your winners advancing to the finals. Kellyanne, Adam Brooks, #Bestos.
Bruiserweights, and that signaled that was the beginning of the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, that was October 2016. The
Yeah.
team would probably last another 6 or so months.
Oh, okay.
But it wouldn't be until Mega Slam the following year where they would lose to the Rude Ones.
So they competed in singles, during that time, though?
No, they were a team. They were still
The
a team.
whole time.
The whole time.
Yeah.
This is actually, it's funny we talk about this on Forgotten Tag Teams
Yeah.
because they teamed for about a year or so.
Okay, yeah.
They would have another match against the Rude Ones. They would lose that match, and then Jimmy C would sort of wedge himself in there and basically side with Kurt Barron,
Yeah.
and they would turn on Carlos Diaz.
Yeah, you'll see the footage here. Look at this.
And-
Look at
and-
this slimy guy.
I gotta say, Carmine, I don't think Carlos Diaz, he ever recovered from this.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Betrayal, and I want to see Carlos Diaz one day get his revenge on Jimmy C.
He basically turned to deathmatch wrestling against the antivirus. That was basically what he did. He had to hurt himself to feel something.
Yeah, that's probably what happened. But nevertheless, Bruiserweights, very forgotten tag team. Hopefully, you're gonna remember them a bit more after today.
Yes, that's right.
But we're gonna get on to our final tag team of the day. Come on, it's been a great episode.
It has been fun.
We're gonna talk about Chomp and Charge.
Yes, Chomp and Charge. Tony Toro and the current Riot City Wrestling champion, Katie Trey. Can you believe it? These two were fiery good guys, right? They were good guys.
They were actually
The crowd loved them.
graduates at the RCW Academy.
Yep.
They came in together and they debuted as a team at the 10th anniversary show
Yes.
in 2015.
yeah.
And guess what? They eliminated. They were in a gauntlet match. They pinned Only the Strong.
Okay, that's unbelievable.
Which, for those of you who don't know, Only the Strong was Voodoo and Chris Basso.
That's right.
What a scalp for the young team.
It is, and it's interesting to see where both competitors went in their careers. Katie Trey, winning the big one, right? Winning the big one, and Tony Toro, he won a belt. Technically not really sanctioned for him, the women's title, the great of the time. But look, we're jumping a little bit forward here. How many matches did Chomp and Charge have, or what are some of the iconic matches?
Well, to my research,
Yes.
the Chomp and Charge only ever won one match as a tag team. They weren't a very successful tag team,
No,
Carmine.
you don't wanna tell me
They defeated the Bruiserweights,
Okay, yeah.
as we mentioned.
Oh, yes.
But they sort of ran into the Millennials, and they had a few run-ins with them, lost pretty much every match.
Again, like we talk about with Brett Reynolds and Brody Archer, wrong time, right? Timing is everything in wrestling. And I know you as a commentator, you always talk about that, in matches and in moments and everything. Timing is everything. And so maybe if Chomp and Charge were around a little bit earlier or a little bit later, things would have been different.
That's right, but they did come around to face the Rude Ones,
Yep.
and I feel like the Rude Ones have cropped up a few times on this list.
True.
And they're going to crop up one more time because we're going to show from Dark Days 2016. It was a great match. You guys are going to love this. A very early look into the career of Katie Trey and Tony Toro.
Beautiful.
Chomp and Charge versus the Rude Ones. Estonian Hall, Dark Days 2016 on RCW Blast.
And also, we know what happens when the young bulls go up against the old bulls. There's a fight happening. One of the things that impresses me about Toro in particular is that he's been up against many former Riot City Wrestling champions, and it doesn't swing him. It's not that he isn't overconfident. He's just very, very confident.
Yeah, well, everybody's up right out now.
Just watch the ring and make sure we're seeing the same thing, because I'm not seeing any form wins here. I'm seeing pure skill and athleticism. Tony Toro, who has quickly become a fan favorite along with his tag partner Katie Trey, now taking Marvel to the floor with that arm there.
I'll take that as says that he tastes the fans and then after all that reach to you, John.
Marvel found the counter right there in for every submission move. showing moments very Guerrero-ish in his career. Marvel being self and being a master. Moves like that. Cover 2. Making it clear. Tony Toro quick to get up off the hand of the stand. Marvel now. Sorry. You gotta be careful with that, or it's gonna take more than your microphone next time. I think the first time, let me tell you.
We've had some great tag team continuity between the Bruiserweights here. They were keeping a Tony Toro in their corner.
Like it or not, pound for pound, move for move, they are one of the greatest tag teams in Australian wrestling. These two men know each other so well. They fought together, they fought against one another, and they're incredible to watch.
Oh, well, I tell you, I don't think Bulldog McKenzie should can't say much to that, really.
Federal move there, Tony Toro playing the crowd, Marvel making him pay for it.
Everyone's still working well here together.
Maybe the man on Toro's blind spot.
The referee's going to get some control here. He's looking control of this match.
That's a raw passion coming out of Kate Australia there. Bit of experience. He needs to keep his eye on the match rather than on selling personal agendas.
Well, I think he has some raw passion on our arms with all these wrestlers. Everyone coming out to before the we're listening to Tony Toro trying to fight back. But Bulldog McKenzie just chopping right back down and straight back into that corner, tagging Marvel back in.
Man of the night is Dark Days, and it's very much about passion as we said here in Riot City tonight.
There's a double team through there, Bulldog McKenzie and Marvel. Team together for great years now. I'm going to cover better. Marvel's leading away and referee.
Do you forget it? Did he just not care? I don't think Bulldog's going to do much from now.
So we like. Referee's right on the line.
Marvel and Bulldog not tagging as much these days as they have in the past. A little bit, I wouldn't say rusty, just confusion of that between Marvel and Bulldog there with the non-tag cover attack there after the roaring elbows, feature the roaring elbows in Marvel. Josh Rodney is a bit eager in the way too. Both of these men have had singles careers since the first time the Roomans broke up. A lot of those singles matches were against each other. But we've been blind there's a bit of tension in the locker room just to see who is the better part of the team. As far as they're concerned, when they're together, they're in their best, they're community, they're more focused. They seem to get the W when they're together. Only the reason why I think they have teamed up again is to really dominate the tag team division here, especially whenever they can stick it to a couple of rookies. They would show their canvas from that suplex. Beautiful from those suplex there by Bulldog. You are not guaranteed beautiful like that. That's totally right to that, Wolfman.
It's definitely a unique kind of situation there. As much as I like confidence, there's a fine line between confidence and arrogance. And as much as the role of Tony Toro has been on here lately in RCW, you probably don't want to cross that line.
Execution style move there, that's what we hit. Tony Toro cannot put that together.
As you mentioned, the last few months we've seen Tony Toro take a lot of posts in the ring here. And of course, the main streets of Riot City, but he's been able to rise to the occasion more than once. These fans, for whatever reason, are now heavily behind Tony Toro.
Tony Toro's entrance music is my life, wrestling is his life. Out of the way there, roll up, roll up, roll up. Oh,
So I know you know all these things, guys, but this is smart tactic wrestling, right or not. Referee distracted. Unfortunately, when the referee sends around.
Again, Katie's got to keep a lid on that if he wants to win this match.
That's the experience factor of the robots to the front of this match.
You can't follow the passion of Katie Troy. Wants to be there, wants to help his partner. Desperate for a win for the second quarter. Here we go! Like I said, it's all about that passion tonight. It's just a matter of controlling it.
I'll tell you what, it's very hard to sit there in your corner and watch your tag team partner get attacked by two men and not try and get involved. But sometimes that can just feel like I don't have play yet.
If you were my partner, I don't think I'd be too much ready.
Residents from West State now the next league. Double taking him up. Beautiful back elbow there.
The intensity.
I'll tell you the passion of these guys here tonight. And Marvel's one of the most experienced, so it's a great tactic for once.
Katie's blocked it. Torres setting up.
Torres setting up on the referee once again. Drop toe hold there.
Dial it up. Put the head of Marvel right there.
Keep getting into it.
Ball has been disconnected. Shoulder up, shoulder up.
For RCW champion, Marvel's still managing to lose now. We've got McKenzie attacking Tony Toro over in his own corner. Referees over here.
It's a signature trait of the Bruiserweights to take out the man on the apron, therefore, the man in the ring, not able to get a tag. Well, he's channeling young Tony Toro out here.
This is almost a mistake here by the referee.
He's pressing on his way himself. 1, 2.
This is a great effort, but right now he's pretty much fighting this match on his own. Tony Toro looks like he's out here.
Yeah, and that's a rookie mistake right there from Katie Trade, thinking twice of how he's going to go for it. No, just hit the man. No.
And the referee once again checking on the well-being of Tony Toro.
Toro not in good shape down here at ringside.
Well, respect to the referee for making sure the well-being of our wrestlers is looked after. Look at this whole match!
And
Well, Angus, this makes me think that we probably need to do some kind of Rude Ones retrospective at some point, don't we?
Oh,
Right?
definitely.
They're always featured, you know, prominent in the tag division. Of course, making an appearance, you know, returning this year as well.
Yeah, recently.
right?
So I think what we've illustrated today is that you know, you can have an unstable beginning. You can have maybe a unmemorable run, but go on to achieve greatness, to become RCW champion.
Absolutely, absolutely. The highest honor in this industry, really. And I think that, to be honest as well, when we're looking through the data here, looking at some of these matches and everything like that, it makes me think, and this is just to please all you fans out there, that I think that this won't be the last time we ever talk about forgotten tag teams. Am I right, Angus?
Well, look,
Maybe not this season, but next
I did
season.
the research. We've got a lot more tag teams
Oh, yeah.
in the vault. You can check out the vault, by the way.
Oh yeah, we haven't even talked about that. The RCW Vault, obviously we launched that this year. Angus and I have worked very, very hard on the Vault this year. You know, bringing you guys matches that you've never seen. And of course, you know, that's what it's all about. Like, for example, the hang time matches. Never before seen on YouTube or anywhere before. Angus, you know, gleefully edited it, put it together. So thank you, Angus. And I've got some other matches that I've put together and shows and stuff like that. Full shows. It's going to be massive. Please check out the Vault. And yeah, without further ado, I think that wraps up this episode of RCW Blast. We're off to a new season.
We're off to a new season.
How good.
We've got suggestions, we've got audience suggestions, but next episode we're going to do an episode that I've been waiting to do for a long time. So I'll keep you guys posted about that one. Stay tuned, and as we always say here, farewell for now, but not forever.